Ridiculous, Winky. Do you know who decides who's going to be in the presidential debates?
Who?
A commission run by the Republicans and Democrats.
That can't be true. It would unfairly exclude any independent voices. This is a democracy.
It's time for this independent candidate to take matters into his own flippers.
Oh, Sparky, be careful.
What do you want, little fella?
I'm here to see the commission. I have every right to be in those debates. And don't call me little fellow.
What? No way. Move along, little fella. This is an exclusive club and your kind isn't welcome here. Now get lost.
I told you not to call me little fellow! I'll be back, you wankers. And this time it's personal. But first, I must learn the ways of the Maverick. Mr. Ventura, I have come to learn how an outsider can break through a corrupt political system dominated by money.
This is not an easy path you have chosen. You must be prepared to make great sacrifices and brave great dangers. Then, let us begin. Do you want reform, or do you want to give up? Reform, sir! Then go, 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 go!
Am I ready yet, Master?
When you can snatch the boa from my neck, it will be time for you to go. Well, all right then. Give 'em hell, Sparky. I'm gonna miss that, big fella.
If only there was another who could stand with me. Someone with the courage to face the moneymen and their corrupt and self-serving politicians. Ralph Nader-san!
Big one.
Don't worry, Sparky. You're not the only one to be excluded from this debate.
But haven't they crushed you with their media blackouts and snide editorials?
You cannot crush the spirit of democracy so easily, young Sparky.
It is Nader! We must stop him from entering the debate! Masters never stand secrecy and grasp of the issue. The people must not be allowed to hear his voice.
Are you sure you're ready for this, Sparky?
Now I am.
You are tingling for a fundraiser. $1,000 a play. Campaign ads filled with half-truths. $10 million. Promises to special interest groups. Over $10 billion. Finding out the truth. Priceless. Without Ralph Nader and the presidential debates, the truth is only out. Find out how you can help. Go to votenader.com. Vote Ralph Nader for president.
When last we left our hero, Sparky the Wonder Penguin, he and Ralph Nader were facing a troop of highly trained Secret Service ninjas ready to do anything to stop them from entering the presidential debate.
Where is that voice coming from?
Sorry, those debates are boring as hell. I just came out here to grab smoke and to comb my eyebrows. Back to you, Ralph.
You know, quitting smoking greatly reduces the risk of lung cancer, heart disease, and emphysema. Sparky, look out!
Ralph, why are they so afraid of you being in the debates?
I suppose it's because I haven't been bought off by their corporate masters. I'm free to speak the truth as I see it.
Like what?
Well, did you know that most of the money in our campaigns comes from the top 1/10 of 1% of the richest people? That's why we now have a government of the Exxons by the General Motors and for the DuPont. Thanks. And don't even get me started on health care. There are 46 million uninsured Americans. More than 10 million more than when Al Gore and Bill Clinton came into office in 1993. What about you, Sparky?
I think these guys are complete wankers.
You may want to polish your policy positions a bit.
Point taken. pacifism, ironically expressed through the use of physical intimidation. That was a close one.
The real battle lies inside.
Surely, old Nader-san, nothing can stop us now.
What's that Major League doing here?
You're here for a real debate? Are you ready for it?
Hey, you're not supposed to be here.
If you don't let opposing viewpoints into the debate, how can you call this a democracy?
Yeah, name one good reason he shouldn't be in. Ready to face the issues, boys? It's debating time.
And now, a very active news special update with Wendy Whitman.
Last night, the presidential debates were interrupted by a freak power outage which plunged the entire eastern seaboard into darkness. In a related story, Democratic and Republican leaders today announced the plan to merge their two parties, rendering further debates irrelevant.
Vote for one of us, or vote for the other. We don't care if you're what.
So I've just received word that Sparky has dropped out of the race, and he's urging Al Gore to do the same thing, so as not to draw any votes away from Ralph Nader. A few weeks ago, Ralph Nader was considered too marginal and irrelevant to be included in the presidential debate. Now telling us he's going to decide the course of the election. I think they need to make up their minds. Up until a couple of weeks ago, it seemed like we were going to have to come up with some sort of fake sex scandal of our own to get Ralph's name mentioned in the mainstream media. Now you can't, now you can't open the New York Times without seeing another article about the Nader effect. He's no longer just a man, he's become an effect. They've been chastising him for his campaign, of course. They call it a self-indulgent exercise that will distract voters from the clear-cut choice represented by the major party candidates. What the Times doesn't really seem to understand is that there's a lot of us who don't really see it as a clear-cut choice when both candidates agree on dismantling the welfare state, increasing military spending, continuing the drug war, the censorship of popular culture, the homophobic Defense of Marriage Act, the death penalty, and on and on and on. This is the clear-cut choice from which Ralph Nader is supposedly distracting such easily misled and gullible voters as yourselves. But the thing is, Prince Albert does not have a divine right to your vote. If the Democratic Party wants your vote, they've got to earn it. It is not your fault that the Democratic Party has repeatedly alienated and betrayed you for the past 8 years. It's not your fault that Al Gore is running neck and neck with a smirking, drunk-driving simpleton. Does not qualify catcher. Ralph Nader is a symptom here. He's not the cause. And if the Democrats lose this election, they've got no one to blame but themselves. What we've got here is the sitting president. What we got here. You know, these guys didn't spring out of the ground fully formed. They've got records. They've done time. Maybe someday they'll do real time. So, in closing, I think what it boils down to is you've got three choices. You can accept the New York Times view of things, that democracy functions best without any annoying input from the unwashed rabble. That's all of you. Your second choice is to drop out entirely, to just not vote. Which is exactly. All right. Okay. Your second choice is to... More power. Your second choice is to opt out entirely, which is what I just said. Sorry, I'm moving my plate there. But the point is, corporate America would like nothing better than to see you drop out entirely. You just stay home and watch TV. They'll run the country. That's exactly what they'd love to see you do. That's not rebellion. That's surrender. And this year you've got a third choice. This year you can stand up and goddamn well be counted and vote for someone who really is for the people rather than the power structure. Bush and Gore have been bought and sold so many times it's a wonder they can remember their own names. Ralph Nader is the only candidate running who spent his life fighting corporate power rather than groveling before it. Nobody ever said change was going to be easy. Nobody ever said that this sort of struggle came with a risk-free money-back guarantee. But this is an historic moment, and I urge you not to let it pass you by. Vote your hopes, not your fears.